wonder why our family tore up. We wonder why husband is against wife, why children is against parents, why the workers against the boss, why the pastor against the people in the congregation, why there's been a war. It's been a war because we are damaged. If God is going to help us, we got to recognize that we are a damaged people. See, I'm going to show you in Jeremiah 16. Listen what the word of the Lord says, verse 1. It says, then the word of the Lord came to me, Jeremiah. You must not marry and have sons or daughters in this place. For this is what the Lord says about the sons and daughters born in this land, and about the women who are mothers and the men who are their fathers. He said they will die or deadly diseases. They will not be mourned or buried, but will be like, and they will be like refuse lying on the ground. They will perish by the sword and famine. Their dead bodies will become food for the birds of the air and the beasts of the earth. For this is what the Lord says. Do not enter a household where there is a funeral meal. Do not go on to mourn or show sympathy, because I have withdrawn my blessing, my love and my pity from this people. See, God said, because I got a problem with your family. I got a problem with how you treat your children. He said, even when you go to funerals, he said, you won't be able to mourn. He said, but they will not be buried or mourned. He said, no one will cut himself or shave himself. He said, even when you fast, you can't even afflict yourself. He said, because I'm not even going to look at it. Verse 7 says, no one will offer food to comfort those who mourn for the dead, not even for a father or a mother, nor will anyone give them a drink to console them. Verse 8, and do not enter a house where there is feasting and sit down to eat and drink. But this is what the Lord Almighty, the God of Israel, said, before your eyes and in your days, I will bring an end to the sounds of joy and gladness, and to the voices of my bride and bridegroom in this place. When you tell these people all this, and they ask, why has the Lord decreed such a disaster against us? See, people are asking, I go to church, I read my Bible, why is all this stuff happening to me? They said, what wrong have we done? What sin have we committed against the Lord? See, you got to ask yourself, what sin have I committed against the Lord? Verse 11 say, then say to them, it is because your fathers forsook me, declares the Lord, and they followed other gods. They served and worshiped them. They forsook me and did not keep my laws. But you have behaved more wickedly than your fathers. See how each of you is following the stubbornness of his evil heart instead of obeying me? He said, so I will throw you out of this land until a land neither you nor your fathers have known. And there you will serve other gods day and night, for I will show you no favor. When you look back at the text, verse 12, God said, because you have behaved more wickedly than your fathers. He said, and you have been following your own stubborn, evil heart. See, this is one of those aha moments. God said, you wonder why I ain't blessed the family. He said, because of what your family have taught you. What you have been raised doing. He said, and you go to church, but y'all still do the same thing. You go to church, you pay your offering, but you still go see the root worker. Come on here. He said, you go to church, and you pray, and you sing on the choir, but you still cursing your children because they don't do what you want them to do. He said, you read your Bible, but you cursing your wife, saying that you hope nothing ever happen for her. Come on here. It's where you got people in the church. They go to church, but they don't change their wicked ways. They still doing the things that they saw their mama and daddy do. We seen them going to church. We seen them reading their Bible. But we still seen them to go to the root worker. We still seen them throwing salt. We still seen them, come on here, praying harm to other folks because people hurt them and they start saying, I hope you lose your job. I hope you die. I hope your children die. See, that's a damaged people. You are damaged by your bloodline when you can begin to pray witchcraft prayers. God said you have become wickeder than your family. He said because you don't even have a conscience of what you're doing. You got folks hurting people. They listen to you dead in your face knowing they sleeping with your husband. Come on here. They don't stuck a hole in your car tire and looking at